Welcome, everybody. Happy Friday. So kind of reiterate this. My philosophy on this year is I give you all the instruction you're going to need for the week in class. So I don't really feel the need to have a Google Meet on Fridays. You have enough on your plate. And unless I need to meet with you specifically or a class specifically, I'm going to try not to do it. So instead, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to give you an assignment that may wrap up the week or that may cover something that we may not cover, and put a video in. And I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. And then if you have any questions, you can email me or you can send me a message, or we can talk in class, okay? For the virtual students, again, we will set up our own Google Meets, and for those specific students, I'll be emailing you and talking to you, either myself or Mrs. Leonardo. Okay. So right now we're going to talk about enduring issues, right? And I think we a little bit covered this, and you might have talked about it before, but we're going to go in a bit more in depth. So in order to do that, I would like you to complete this assignment. Okay. So to start off with, we are going to talk about enduring issues. So we start off talking about Max. Max was involved in a fight. He is a responsible student, started the football team, but his behavior started to change after his father lost his job. So here's his schedule, okay? So we can see he's late first period, present, absent, absent. And we can see him being late and absent and missing a lot of school, right? So we want to talk about what patterns do we see, right? We see him being late, absent, not going to class, and this is an issue, right? So make sure you fill out the chart. Excuse me. Make sure you fill out the chart below using evidence from above and your interpretation of it. So who might Max's lateness or absent affect each event? And how might Max's late or absence affect those people, okay? So complete that. Next, we're going to talk about what is an enduring issue, okay? Enduring issue is something that's continuing, long-lasting, right? And a challenge or problem that is up for debate, right? So we combine those. Enduring issue is a challenge or problem that has been debated or discussed across time. It's a big, overreaching issue that spans a lot of time, or it is something that is very controversial, or is a problem that is not easily solved. Okay, I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute. So we encounter enduring issues every day, and people have been dealing with them throughout history. Okay, all right. So let me give you an example. Sarah and Zach are brother and sister. When they were kids, they hated sharing with one another. As a result, their parents brought them separate toys. If Zach got a toy truck, Sarah wanted to use it. He would run away and hide. Sarah would complain to their parents until they bought her one of her own. Now, as adults, they still won't share. Zach needs to borrow Sarah's truck to help with some yard work. She refuses. Sarah needs a ride to the airport. Zach won't take her, okay? So, what makes Zach and Sarah's inability to share an enduring issue? Because it's long-lasting and it's not easily solved, okay? Just like, let's use an example in history. Enduring issue, wars used to gain power. People fight in wars. They do it to either change power, take away power, keep power, or kind of spread power over entire regions, okay? It's happened since the dawn of man. What makes it an enduring issue is it's long-lasting, okay? It's not easily solved, and war is always going to be an issue, okay? So that's an enduring issue, okay? Most of the time, an enduring issue is almost always historically significant. What does that mean? That means if it's historically significant, it affects a lot of people. It has a long-lasting effects, okay? So between war and Zach and Sarah not sharing, which one is historically significant. Okay, write that into number 3 right here. Okay. All right, so then I want to check your understanding, explain what an enduring issue is, identify one enduring issue in your life, explain why it is an enduring issue, and explain why it is significant to you. I'll give you an example from my own life. My father was an alcoholic, so an enduring issue in my life is alcoholism. And what makes it significant to me is that because of what I went through in my childhood, now as an adult, it is something that I avoid and I have to kind of consciously think about. Okay, that's something that's an enduring issue. Okay, and then explain one enduring issue you see in your community, state, country, world. Explain why it is an enduring issue. You could say poverty. You could say racism. There's a whole lot of other issues that are going on in the country. Okay. All right. Read this introduction, identify enduring issue that Adrian's father discusses in the passage above. So one enduring issue that happens is inflation and how money changes over time. Okay. So could you say inflation and things, the prices on things get more expensive as time goes on? That means the same thing. Okay. You don't have to have specific wording. And I want to really emphasize that with enduring issues. And you'll kind of get to see what I mean in a minute. Okay. All right. What are enduring issues? There's many. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Okay. Here are the major ones: conflict, desire for power, inequality, need for or an impact of innovation, or technology changing the world. That means the same thing. Impact of interconnectedness, or the impact of globalization, meaning the same thing. Impact of ideas and the beliefs. For example, religion has been a huge impact, and that's had a huge impact on the world. Environmental impact, either our impact on the environment and the environment impact on us. Scarcity, not having enough of something. So water, oil, whatever, people tend to fight over it. That's an enduring issue. And population growth. Okay. So I want you to pick one of those enduring issues or come up with your own and describe an event related to that. So here's a good example. Maybe an enduring issue you have is time. Maybe you play sports, and that's an enduring issue because you don't have enough time to complete all your assignments, or maybe you don't have enough time to be with your friends. COVID, that's an enduring issue. Not being able to come to school, not being able to see your friends, not being able to do the things that you wanted to do. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I would like you to come up with 4, please. And then select an enduring issue that you have not yet chosen, define it, and describe an event related to it that you have learned about from your own life. Okay, you mean like 3 to 4 sentences on that. Okay. So again, the big thing with enduring issues is that they're overreaching, they are long-lasting, and they're a problem that is not easily solved. Time's an enduring issue. Okay, COVID-19, it's a big issue. It's been long-lasting, and it's not easily solved in how we do it. Okay, so that's an enduring issue. Racism, poverty, war, the impact on our environment. Okay, environment's impact on us. All those are enduring issues. Okay, so if you have any questions, let me know. This is not something I really wanted to spend a ton of time in class on, but I did want to introduce you to it. So please make sure you complete this today, and that is your check-in. Okay, if you complete it, then that I will count as you being in class or the virtual part of this. Okay, you don't have to necessarily do it at a specific time, but just make sure you complete it. Okay, if you have any questions, please send me an email. Right, have a happy weekend.